Hello, welcome back to my channel. About 6 weeks ago I did a how to save your peace lily video, and I wanted to do a video follow-up to let people know kind of where we're at. So I had a situation where my front door was left open because it didn't latch. It was froze funny, and we left for 2 hours and it was pretty cold, and so we had a lot of plants that got nipped, and the peace lily was one of them. So what I did is I took the remaining pieces that I have, which still have a nice stem on them, but these leaves got kind of burnt. So what I'm going to do, and I'll do a close-up so you can see them, is I'm going to actually take the little stems that I have left, which I think are still viable actually, and I'm going to move them into a prop box with sphagnum moss. So I'm going to zoom in so we can do that. So here we are zoomed in on these poor little peace lilies, and you can see the stem is still viable. It's pretty thick, and it's got nodules and nodes and stuff on it. So I think it still may work, even though it's looking kind of rough. This one's got a little bit bigger piece on it, and I think this is just going to take a little bit more time. I'm going to take some of these little brown pieces off. But I'm not going to give up. This is nice and firm. This is really nice and firm, so I think it'll be okay. It just needs a little bit different method now. So I am going to move it into a prop box with some sphagnum moss. It's kind of a good go-to for a lot of plants if you haven't used sphagnum moss before. This is well hydrated. I actually reused my sphagnum moss if I didn't have any issues with the other plants that were in there, and I just did some the other day. So this is pretty good. The one thing that you should know about sphagnum moss is that it is antibacterial. So hopefully this helps. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to nestle it in there. Again, I'm looking at the main stems. We're going to tuck it in. And I may actually give the top of this a spray with some neem oil as an antifungal to see if that will help it, because you see some black on the leaf still. So the lesson on the how to save a peace lily is I still believe the method that I showed is a good method. Sometimes when you have a dying plant, it's kind of like when you do CPR. It's like CPR when you try to go into triage mode. You're not necessarily going to rescue all of them, but I'm not giving up. This still could work. I have had some pretty miraculous things happen where I've had things dry back all the way to the soil and reemerge. So hopefully, because it's spring and we have a renewal in the energy and all the plants trying to grow, that it will be fine. It's a little test, if nothing else. If this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't. I'll continue to do follow-ups on this and my other propagations. There's also a propagation playlist in the description below, so if you enjoy propagations like I do, check that out. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.